So good morning, everybody. This is our daily, semi-daily ketosis talk. And as I was getting this started, I just wanted to point out that I had a very poor signal on my cell phone while I'm doing this Periscope, and it kind of made a correlation that even though I had a signal, it was very poor. So I could do some things. I could get some email, I could surf some internet, but when I really wanted to perform and throw out a video feed, wouldn't work. And that's kind of like what ketosis versus glucose is, or ketones versus glucose. Glucose gives you a signal, gives you energy. You can do the things you need to do. You can run some sprints. You can get up in the morning and things like that. But ketones give you a powerful 38 times more ATP. So I know this is all scientific to some people, and if you haven't studied ketosis, you have no idea what ATP is, and let's just say energy. So 38 times more ATP than what glucose produces. And this is something, ATP is something you can't even live a few seconds without. I was reading last night that cyanide basically works because it prevents ATP from being produced. So we cannot live without ATP. So when you are in ketosis and burning ketones, you're producing 38 times more ATP than you are with glucose. So I kind of made that correlation this morning when I had a poor signal. It's like now that I'm in LTE zone with my cell phone, my AT&T service, it's like my phone's running off ketones. I got a ton more energy in my phone. I can produce long streams of video, whereas glucose is more like the 4G that I was struggling with. I could get email, I could do some things. It was up, it was down, but when I needed to stream a long video, it didn't work. So the desire is ketosis. Good morning, Venezuela. Glad you joined us. So last night I was watching a video, and I'm going to mess up his name. It's Dr. Attia, I think, Attia, I believe. And this is a sports nut. He was a marathon swimmer, also a runner, a cyclist, but he's also a doctor. He's studied nutrition and he's studied cancer. He's been through oncology training. And he spent an hour talking about ketosis and what it has done to him. And one of the things I wanted to point out is very popular today are these carbohydrate gels and things like that for marathon runners. And he was asked, when he was a marathon swimmer, he was asked, what is the worst part of being a marathon swimmer? And they said, is it the sharks? No. Is it the cold water? No. He said, well, what is the worst part of being a marathon swimmer? He said it's the constant vomiting of trying to take these gels, these carbohydrate gels, that end up just making you vomit just to get a little bit of energy. For short, I shouldn't say a little bit of energy, it gives you a lot of energy, but for very short periods, and then you have to refuel to get that energy level back up. Carbohydrates are quick, they're sprinters. They give you the energy, but then you crash again, you got to refuel. And those gels, they will kill you. They will cause you to bonk over a long period. Now, in contrast to that, when he started putting his body into ketosis and jumping over to the cycling realm, he indicated that he could ride 6 hours. Now this isn't like strolling down to the store on your bike. This is cycling. And he said he could ride for 6 hours on nothing but water, maybe a branched chain amino acid, which is 0 calories. So 0 energy from this branched chain amino acid. To me, that's amazing that you could put your bike, ketones fuel so well and for so long, 6 hours on a bike exerting that much energy, and you don't need to refuel, no bonking, nothing like that. To me, that is amazing. So that is a great, and I'll put a link up to the video of his talk that he gave. Tim Ferriss, if you guys are familiar with him, he's talking a lot about ketosis lately under his physical performance, and that's actually where I got the link to Dr. Adia, and this is good stuff. Now, this past weekend, the team from Keto-OS was out in San Diego, and they were basically getting pumped for a launch of Keto-OS to the general public, moving out of the prototype phase. Now, Keto-OS is a product that gives you a therapeutic dose of ketones, beta-hydroxybutate. Okay, that's the ketone that is providing to you in therapeutic doses. Okay, this has only been around for a few months. It's based out of studies from the University of South Florida in Oxford. Dr. D'Agostino, I believe, is one of the guys that was the researcher for that. You can look him up. Now, what's important to note is one of the guys in attendance out in San Diego, he is a massage therapist for the San Diego Chargers. And he indicated that there are several key players on that team that are being introduced to Keto-OS and are starting to take it. And the performance has been such that they have actually got it approved by the San Diego Chargers to use as a supplement so that it doesn't show up as a performance-enhancing drug or anything like that. So that's key. And they also indicated it will not be long until Keto-OS is approved by the entire NFL to use as a supplement. Now, we've seen other people working with ketosis. LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, and some others are understanding that when they are in ketosis, their performance is incredible. And some of these guys are having the best seasons of their lives. As they get older, they're finding it's harder to get sustained energy. So this product is going to revolutionize the ketosis understanding. The research is going to revolutionize how we think and deal with not just weight loss, because don't let me fool you, this is not about weight loss. It's about energy and how our body uses that energy. Our brain uses about 20% of our total energy consumption for the day. So our brain itself, even though it's a small portion of our body mass, uses a large quantity, a large proportion of our energy, just to keep us alive. As we get older, our brain cells can become insulin or glucose resistant. So what ketones can do is it can fuel our brain, because it can penetrate the brain cells much more easily than what glucose can be. So the research is being done. It's been proven that we can take Alzheimer's, we can take dementia, seizures, which I've talked about before. All of these things can be reversed and diminished because the brain all of a sudden is starting to get the energy to actually function. Whereas when you're on a carbohydrate-fueled diet, which most of us are because of the country we live in, those things are being reversed because you're getting the energy that you need in your brain. So people talk about the mental clarity that you have when you're in ketosis, and that's what one of the things Dr. Adia pointed out. He said when he is in ketosis, it's just an amazing feeling. The mental clarity he has, there's no such thing as a 3 p.m. Crash, that 4 p.m. crash. It doesn't exist for him because he's getting such sustained energy. So I'm very excited to get into this, keep watching Keto-OS become available to the general public without having to be a VIP, buying the prototype pack and things like that, which I have. My family has seen the difference on this. This is not just for athletes. This is not just for people who need to lose weight. It's pretty much for everybody. They say if you can eat food, you can take Keto-OS. So that's great. I have mine ready after I drink my bulletproof coffee. I will be hitting the Keto-OS. So listen, guys, go out to facebook.com/getketosis. Go out to getketosis.com. Browse around, comment. You know, this is a community. We want interaction. We want you to be informed. We want you to have knowledge. We want you to go out and research yourself as well. But it's a good starting point. But like, comment, share, tell your friends. We're going to be doing some more seminars, some more online conferences, some quick info sessions other than Periscope. But share this out. This is a good thing. Keto-OS looks like it's going to launch August 17th. So I'm going to be excited about that. So, guys, thank you for joining, and we'll talk to you later.